a tune called Drifting. I wrote that song back around 1998. It was one of the first solo acoustic guitar songs I ever wrote, and I was really influenced by a great guitarist named Preston Reed. If you guys have ever heard of him, he's a real pioneer in the percussive acoustic guitar style. And I heard him when I was 16 years old. And really at that time I was playing a lot of like Dream Theater and Metallica, some Pantera, Iron Maiden. And I had really long hair, you know. But I started to go bald, and so I cut it all off. And, are we talking about hair or music? I should probably get back on track. And I saw him, you know, doing this alternate tunings and banging on the guitar. And I was just like, wow, this is so cool. So I picked up a VHS cassette of his where he was teaching how to play some of his techniques, and I learned a couple tunes off that. And then got a couple of his CDs and tried to learn a bunch more of his songs by ear after I kind of picked up some of the techniques. And kind of went from there, and then eventually tried to write some of my own, and Drifting came out of that. So, all right. So that tune's in a tuning called Dad-Gad, which is a real common altered tuning. And a lot of like sort of Celtic tunes are in that tuning. And there's a great guitarist named Pierre Ben-Suzanne, who's he's probably the master of that tuning. He can play in any key, knows all the chord shapes and do everything. And he's a wonderful composer and player. But that's really the only song I've written in Dad-Gad. But it's a great tuning because it's a suspended fourth chord. I knew that one was out. Dave? But, so what that means is you don't have a third in it. There's no major or minor third, which is kind of cool. So you can kind of make it major or minor without having it being just kind of forced upon you because of the tuning. So, Dad-Gad, pretty cool. So, does anybody have any questions on that tune that they've been wondering about, or any questions?